What up, Major Atomic? Gonna have to flip the video. Alright, now you can see me a whole lot better. I can see you a whole lot better. Not really. But, man, this is making me look like I am the kingpin. A little weird. We are gonna go against that big boy with the button problem. Look at them buttons, bro. They're struggling. Anyways, we gotta pray for them buttons. We gotta pray for them buttons, man. He's torturing them buttons. Alright, I'm sorry. We gotta make fun of this little fat boy kingpin, right? Anyways, I am gonna show you how I usually take down the kingpin. I usually use Iceman. He's my go-to. If I don't have an Iceman, then I'll use Archangel because the damage over time is just like Archangel's damage over time trumps so many situations. So, against the duped kingpin, if you put debuffs on him, then you're like in the bin super quick because he usually just uses that to get the overpower. His fury, his unstoppable kicks in, right? But there's a strategy with Archangel to just wash out all that stuff that he gets with his utility by damage over time. Because Archangel mixes neurotoxins so fast with bleed and poison through L1 or L2, and then just, it's a matter of baiting and just getting back so the Kingpin doesn't nab you with a special. But with Iceman, it is more of a let the frostbite charges do their job. Like, I would even, stack the L3, the special L3, all the way to the end. And then when he's 10%, launch that bad boy and just take him out. But the majority of the fight is I try not to parry. I try to fight him like a stun immune. If I do parry him, oh well. Because I think it's well, let's take a look. Let's check it out real quick. What is it? Rage. Wait a minute. Fisk readies himself to bring his ill intent upon the contest, beginning the fight with 2 rages active on himself. So he starts with 2 when he's duped. And those convert into fury and all that, but I'm really not intimidated by the fury because it's Iceman. If I'm able to just catch some good intercept game, or if I'm able to just hit him with the L1, the L2, then it's golden. Especially if I get the crit on the L2. That's what I'm looking for with Iceman, to really just rinse this dude as fast as possible without putting debuffs on him. So you can use the L2 because that doesn't put a debuff on him, but you got to be careful when you do with Iceman because you're not going to get your ice armor back for a minute, especially on duped. But if you have him duped, it's less time. So it just depends on if your Iceman is awakened or not. When Kingpin exits Overpower mode, he has a chance to gain up to 4 rages, with each having a 62.09 chance to activate. Okay, but rage, this is what I want to look at. This is the most important thing to look at when fighting a Kingpin, right? Whenever Kingpin gains a debuff, he has a 50% chance to convert it into a permanent rage that has no effect. Each debuff and rage on Kingpin only strengthens his resolve, increasing attack by 300.75 and power gain rate by 5%. That sucks. He's I love to bait his L1s, but if he's just gaining power, that's why you don't want to bring a bleeder. You don't want to bring like a Dr. Voodoo who just stacks a lot of poison. You don't want to bring people that just put high amounts of stacked damage over time. Where Archangel is the exception is that he mixes a neurotoxin, which is so high on damage output that it does not matter. And he doesn't consume the neurotoxin. He only consumes the bleeds and the poisons. But if they're converted fast enough, he's not consuming anything. So there's a trick to it. If you can play defensive enough, Archangel is a sweet option for taking down the fat boy. Now in Master Quest, I would advise using Iceman. Or somebody else with just raw damage. I might even try a Luke Cage. As weird as that sounds. Actually, no. I'm sounding real dumb right now. Because his exhaustions would just give Kingpin the rage even faster. So never mind on that one. Agent Venom might not be a bad option, though. Just for raw damage, crit damage. I might use Hawkeye. I don't know. I mean, like, I might not have to, So hopefully, we won't get in that scenario. But let's go ahead and put this Iceman in there, man. And I will even just like kind of bring up what I'm talking about in a voiceover while I'm fighting the Kingpin. So just gonna take my face out of the video at this point, and we will just get to business. Gotta get in the zone.
Okay, guys. So where to next?
What do you mean, where to? We found what we're looking for.
See, I try not to use that parry, but if I have to, I have to. See, I've done it twice. That's kind of a cardinal mistake, but at the same time, I mean, he's not in a whole lot of rage right now. And I'm trying not to use my L1 right now. I just want to bait his L1s and then get to that L2. See those frostbite charges just working for me? It's like when you play defensive with Iceman. It is such a treat. Okay, mistakes were made. There we go. So, I mean, you really just want your frostbite charges to work for you. Like, you really just want your frostbite charges to work for you. You want to use Iceman, ideally, because he's got that sweet utility of frostbite charges, and that makes Kingpin a bit easier to take down. Now, mind you, my Iceman is 550, so he's going to be proccing a lot of frostbite charges faster than anyone else. So that is how you rinse the Kingpin.